Did you know that the incessant search for a stroke of luck or a night-to-day transformation is precisely what prevents most people from achieving their greatest goals? As the legendary Earl Nightingale reminded us, success is not a cataclysmic event, but the patient sum of small daily efforts brick by brick. But before we explore in depth this power of small decisions, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to help us reach 1,000 subscribers. It only takes a few seconds and helps us immensely. Nightingale's philosophy echoes in psychology and even in neuroscience. And to understand this profound truth, we need to delve a little deeper into the complex tapestry of the human mind. Imagine your mind as a vast garden. If you want to cultivate exuberant flowers and tasty fruits, you do not expect it to happen overnight by magic. You know that you need to prepare the soil carefully, sow the seeds attentively, water regularly, protect from pests, and have patience to observe the slow and constant growth. The same principle applies to your personal development. Small, consistent actions create new neural pathways, strengthen discipline, and generate a powerful cumulative effect. Think of neuroplasticity, the incredible capacity of your brain to reshape itself throughout life. Every time you repeat an action, a thought, or a behavior, you are literally reinforcing the connections between the neurons involved, like trails that become well-paved roads with constant use. In the beginning, it may seem difficult, like opening a new path in the midst of dense forest. But with daily repetition, the path becomes clearer, easier to walk, until it becomes an automatic, almost unconscious habit. It is the principle of compound interest applied to personal development. Each small positive decision not only adds, but multiplies your potential over time. Just as a small financial investment grows exponentially over the years with compound interest, your small, consistent actions generate an increasingly greater return in terms of results and personal transformation. Imagine that you decide to read just 15 minutes a day about a topic that interests you. 15 minutes may seem insignificant at first, but at the end of a month, you will have dedicated more than 7 hours to this learning. At the end of a year, it will be more than 90 hours, the equivalent of weeks of intensive study. And in 5 years, you will have become a true expert in that subject, all starting with mere 15 daily minutes. It is not about magic, but about the mechanics of the gradual construction of habits and of identity itself. Your habits shape who you become, and it is the small daily choices that imperceptibly transform you into the person you are. We live in the age of instant gratification, bombarded by images of apparently sudden success. Social networks display the podium, rarely the arduous and daily climb. We see the bright end result, but almost never the backstage, the sacrifices, the sleepless nights, the mistakes, and the restarts. This culture sells us the illusion of the quantum leap, devaluing the beauty and strength of incremental progress, of the constant work that no one sees. It is like admiring an iceberg, dazzled by the visible and majestic tip, without imagining the immensity of the submerged ice mass that sustains it. True success, just like the iceberg, is largely built on what is not seen, on the solid foundations of constant and silent effort. We become addicted to the idea of the hack, of the magic formula, forgetting that true mastery lies in constancy. We seek shortcuts, quick solutions, promising results without effort. But life rarely works that way. The greatest achievements of humanity, the most impactful works of art, the most revolutionary scientific discoveries, the most innovative companies, all were built on the basis of hard work, persistence, and continuous dedication. Within us, a battle is waged. One part longs for immediate grandeur, fueled by comparison and impatience. This internal voice, often amplified by social media and the culture of the instant, whispers promises of easy and quick success, seducing us with the mirage of magical solutions. Another, perhaps more subtle, our intuition, knows the importance of the process, of the step-by-step. This deeper and wiser voice reminds us that true growth is organic, that it takes time to blossom, that each step of the way is valuable and necessary. It is the voice of patience, of self-compassion, of ancestral wisdom that recognizes the beauty of the journey, even when it seems long and challenging. Facing the shadow of procrastination, of the fear of not being good enough, or of the frustration of not seeing quick results is crucial. These internal ghosts, fueled by insecurity and self-criticism, can paralyze us, prevent us from taking the first step, from placing the first brick. Self-knowledge reveals where we really need to focus our energy, which small bricks are essential for our unique construction. By knowing ourselves deeply, we identify our values, our talents, our strengths and weaknesses, and thus we can direct our efforts more effectively and meaningfully. It is not about doing everything at once, about embracing the world with our hands, but about choosing wisely which are the most important bricks to build the life we truly desire. That life aligned with our essence and with our purpose. The choice then is clear, albeit challenging, to have the courage to choose the small, consistent step instead of the paralyzing wait for the perfect moment or for the miracle solution. It is deciding to place the next brick, even when fatigue hits or the finish line seems distant. In moments of discouragement, when motivation fails and the will to give up becomes tempting, remember the strength of your small progresses. Celebrate each brick you have already placed. Recognize how much you have already walked. It is the authentic action of honoring the process day after day. It is the gentle discipline of committing to yourself, of maintaining consistency even when there are no spotlights, even when no one is watching. And the fruits of this choice, an unshakable confidence that is born not from arrogance, but from the daily proof of your ability to move forward. A resilience forged in overcoming small obstacles. Each challenge overcome, each small victory conquered, strengthens your faith in yourself, makes you stronger and prepared to face the next challenges. The solid and lasting construction of your goals, no matter how ambitious. Grandiose goals are not achieved by magical leaps, but by the constant sum of firm and consistent steps. The peace of mind of knowing that you are actively building the life you want, one day at a time. Anxiety decreases, frustration dissipates, and serenity blossoms when you understand that control is in your hands, that the power of transformation resides in your daily choices. Success ceases to be a distant destination and becomes the journey itself. With each small step, with each brick placed, you are already living success. You are already becoming the person you want to be. What small brick are you going to choose to place today in the construction of your dreams? If this touched you in some way, leave your comment, like this video, and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving messages like this. To further illustrate the transformative power of consistency, we can resort to an example from nature, the relentless force of water. A single drop of water may seem insignificant, fragile, almost powerless. But observe the persistence of water over time. Incessant drops, when falling on the hardest rock, eventually wear it down, sculpt it, transforming the landscape with its silent and continuous force. Corderless rivers, which were once small streams, cut deep canyons in the earth, demonstrating the accumulated power of a constant flow. The sea waves, in their rhythmic and incessant dance, shape the beaches, erode cliffs, redefine the coastline. Water teaches us a fundamental lesson. Persistence, constancy, patient repetition are forces of nature capable of generating monumental transformations. Just as water shapes the landscape, consistency shapes our being, our character, our skills, our destiny. Think of a high-performance athlete. The exceptional performance we see in Olympic competitions, in world championships, is the result of years of hard and disciplined training. There are no shortcuts. There are no magic formulas. They are hours and hours of exhaustive repetition, of constant improvement, of overcoming limits, of small daily adjustments that, added over time, culminate in extraordinary performances. Each training, each repetition, each small improvement is like a drop of water sculpting the rock, strengthening the body and mind, preparing the athlete for the decisive moment. Mastery in any area of life follows the same principle. A virtuoso musician does not arise from nothing. They are years of daily practice, of tireless dedication to the instrument, of constant study, of seeking perfection. A renowned writer does not write a bestseller overnight. They are years of writing, of experimentation, of errors and successes, of improving technique, of developing the authorial voice. A successful entrepreneur does not build an empire from one day to the next. They are years of hard work, of strategic planning, of resilience in the face of challenges, of constant learning, of adaptation to market changes. In all these journeys of mastery, consistency is the common thread, the secret ingredient, the driving force that drives progress and guarantees long-term success. Modern neuroscience reinforces this ancestral wisdom. Studies demonstrate that consistent, repetitive practice is fundamental for the formation of new neural connections and for the strengthening of existing pathways. With each repetition, with each small effort, the brain reorganizes itself, adapts, becomes more efficient in the execution of that task, of that behavior, of that thought. It is as if the brain is constantly learning, remodeling itself, optimizing itself in response to our habits and our actions. Consistency, therefore, is not just a moral virtue, a philosophical principle, but a fundamental biological mechanism for learning, for growth, for personal transformation. By cultivating consistency in our lives, we are literally reprogramming our brain for success. We are paving the way for the realization of our goals. We are building the solid foundation for a fuller and more meaningful life. But how to maintain consistency in a world that bombards us with distractions, with temptations of instant gratification, with promises of magical solutions? The key lies in building positive habits, in creating routines that support us, in our goals, in the gentle discipline of staying on the path, even when motivation wavers. Start small, set realistic goals, celebrate each progress, learn from the slips, be patient with yourself, and always remember the transformative power of small, consistent effort, brick by brick, day after day. Do not compare yourself with others. Each journey is unique, each rhythm is personal. Focus on your own evolution, on your own progress, on your own construction. The true competition is with yourself each day, seeking to be a little better than you were yesterday, placing one more brick towards your dreams. And remember, the journey is as important as the destination. Appreciate the process, value each step of the way, find joy in small progresses, celebrate each brick placed. Life is a continuous construction, a journey of learning and constant growth. By embracing consistency, you not only achieve your goals, but you become a stronger, more resilient, more confident, more fulfilled person. You become the architect of your own life, the builder of your own destiny, brick by brick, with patience, discipline, and perseverance. Believe in the power of your small daily efforts, trust in the strength of consistency, and see the magic happen in your life. The transformation you seek is not in a stroke of luck, in a magical solution, but in the patient and constant sum of your small decisions, of your small actions, of your small bricks, placed with intention, with purpose, with love. What will be your next brick? What small, consistent action are you going to choose today to start building the life of your dreams? Think about it, reflect on it, and take the first step, or rather, place the next brick. If this message resonated with you, if it inspired you in some way, leave your comment here below, share your ideas, your reflections, your experiences. Like this video so that it can reach more people and inspire more journeys of transformation. And subscribe to the channel to be part of this community of dream builders to continue together on this journey of growth and personal development, brick by brick, day after day.